The Land Rover Discovery is settling back into its badge after a puzzling but brief period in which its predecessor was called the LR4. With 7 seats and recognizable family looks, the Discovery delivers a compelling mix of luxury features and off-roadability that belies its buttoned-up suburban looks. The Discovery's engine lineup is straightforward. Two 3.0-liter V6 engines are on the menu, a supercharged gasoline version good for 340 horsepower and 332 pounds-to-foot of torque, or a turbodiesel churning out 254 horsepower and 443 pounds-to-foot of torque. Both are paired with an 8-speed automatic and an impressive number of driving modes and adjustments should owners find themselves retracing the Oregon Trail. Off-roading is still the Discovery's calling card, and this means a double wishbone front suspension and a multi-link setup in the rear, along with an adjustable air suspension that maxes out at 11.4 inches of clearance at its highest setting. Land Rover was also able to squeeze out a 34-degree approach angle and a 30-degree departure angle thanks to short overhangs, in addition to an impressive 27.5-degree breakover angle. These attributes, along with very specific driving modes for different terrain, separate the Discovery from the ranks of burly-looking SUVs that get flustered with the first snowfall. This SUV knows how to handle itself in Moab or on a UN peacekeeping mission. Another of the Discovery's calling cards is the impressive interior that offers cubbies and nooks for a bewildering array of objects. After spending several days with the Disco, I was still finding new places to stow gear, and new buttons. The cargo holds bulkhead has switches that operate the power-folding second and third row seats, as well as the interior clamshell tailgate, which serves as a convenient perch for watching expensive horses do different dances, falcon hunting or troop movements, sometimes all at once, depending on your zip code. Time in the diesel TD6 confirms it's about the closest thing to the complete SUV. The 3.0-liter diesel trades a bit of frenzied acceleration for a warm burble and plenty of pulling power at speed, more than enough to hustle the Disco along, in addition to an impressively long range. After a 400-mile round trip, I still had an eighth of a tank left, all while cruising at impatient highway speeds with the climate control cranked up. The Disco's on-road manners are mellow and floaty with plenty of body lean, as well as nosediving during braking, lending it the quality of a plush 1990s sedan, but in a good way. Yet it's still able to execute emergency maneuvers without losing its cool. Off the beaten path and off the road is where the Disco thrives, and a brief excursion through Land Rover's off-road course in Vermont, with terrain that resembles a former World War I battlefield, reconfirmed the truck's off-road prowess. The Disco tackled steep climbs and descents with ease, balancing on 3 wheels while traversing dirt moguls, with the diesel providing plenty of power for climbing several miles up a mountain along rock-strewn trails. The adjustable air suspension gave the Disco some extra ride height, and the SUV handled the unpaved mountain roads with something approaching indifference, while the well-damped suspension prevented any harsh impacts. It even converted into a camper later that evening with the power rear seats folded down. The diesel is the pricier engine option on the Discovery, but a full tank range greater than 450 miles, plus limitless torque, and that wobbly engine sound, would make it my choice. The Discovery's dynamics, weight and footprint may not be for everyone, that's why there are the Evoque and Discovery Sport SUVs lower in the range, but it's still hard to match the off-road flexibility and everyday driving comfort of what Land Rover says is the most capable off-roader they've ever built. Having spent a few days and nights in the Discovery, I can honestly say they aren't kidding.